Nachi free.
Leah Remini is the real-life action superhero that Tom Cruise can never pretend to be in his movies, even if he did all his own stunts. Let me not judge Tom Cruise too harshly since he has yet to tell his side of the story on Scientology. But he has yet to dispute the claims from so many former Scientologists that have been irreparably harmed by this textbook cult. And I get the funny feeling Tom Cruise will continue to avoid this very touchy subject with his exuberant couch jumping and everything's awesome shit-eating grin. That's because the truth does not sell as well as shallow, formalized blockbuster thrillers that even when they're based on true stories, they still feel empty and hollow. And it's a shame more people don't appreciate the truth because it is not only stranger than fiction, but so much more informing and even inspiring than most of the mindless crap that is churned out by Hollywood, which does such a poor job of enlightening people about the very reality they're trying to escape from. Former Scientologist and actress Leah Remini's autobiography, Troublemaker, and her A&E documentary series, Scientology and the Aftermath, are both a must-read and a must-watch for anyone interested in the psychological inner workings of cults and their parallels to major religions and even political systems and governments that rule over our lives. But what else can I say in this video that isn't already covered by Leah Remini, let alone by any other number of Scientology documentaries such as Going Clear, or Tom Cruise and Scientology Inc., a fascinating documentary on how Tom Cruise was lured into Scientology, which I've linked down below. Why would I bother making this video and ask for a little bit of your precious time as a viewer? Am I trying to start my own cult? After all, I too need followers to my YouTube channel if I ever hope to make a living off these videos. I think it's imperative that more people understand how cults work, since they share many similarities with major religions and even political ideologies which obscure the truth for the benefit of their leaders and higher-ups. Religion and politics wield way too much control over all of humanity, and these subjects should not be seen as taboo to speak about. And that's how many of these groups, from Scientology to Islam to even Democrats and Republicans, keep people living in convenient bubbles and echo chambers, which makes it so much easier to divide and conquer through laws and tax policies, let alone economic recessions and even wars that inevitably affect all our lives. Religious and political ideologies offer all too easy answers to complex problems, which further complicate our lives when we approach them with the false information they provide. And cults take it a deadly step further by isolating its members from the outside world and instilling a paralyzing fear in them that they can never function on their own without the group. And even if they dare to leave, they are threatened with losing everything, with being disconnected from everyone they've come to know, namely family and friends, many of which will surprisingly choose the cult over freedom after years of indoctrination and finding themselves with having to start their lives all over again since the cult has robbed them not just of their life savings and property, but their dignity and self-worth and years of fulfilling their true potential. Truth and reality may be uncomfortable and painful, but it is precisely that discomfort and pain that we need to accept, adapt, and even embrace if we're to better our lives and those of others. Leah Remini's extremely courageous choice to take on Scientology and its many lawyers and even paid-off police officers, especially after having invested 30 years of her life and literally millions of dollars in fees and donations, makes her the real-life hero an opportunistic ham like Tom Cruise can never relate to. It is amazing that Scientology has not been shut down for the fraudulent cult that it is in the United States, and its current leader, David Miscavige, should be tried for the mental and emotional pain and suffering and even physical harm and reckless endangerment he has directly caused so many of its followers, including his own father. However, due to our First Amendment within the Constitution in this country, ironically enough, the freedom of expression that has made this country so great and unique, has actually been used as a double-edged sword for the exploitation of thousands of Scientologists for decades. As explained in episode 5 of Leah Remini's A&E series by Mike Rinder, a former Scientologist whose job it was to discredit and destroy any of Scientology's critics which they would label SPs or suppressive persons, he explains this.
Religions in the United States under the First Amendment basically have free reign to do whatever they want to do, and your option is leave the religion, go somewhere else, because the First Amendment says effectively that government or any branch of government, including courts, may not entangle themselves in making decisions about the ecclesiastical or the religious practices of any religion.
Reading Troublemaker and watching Scientology and the Aftermath series made me realize what a sad fact it is that most people are not naturally equipped to detect falsehoods and manipulative schemes, which is why religions and political parties, and especially their leaders such as David Miscavige and his ultimate spokesperson Tom Cruise, have such a powerful stranglehold over so many people's lives. If anyone you know is involved in Scientology or way too involved in their church or political party, do them a favor by taking the time to talk to them about the price they will pay, because there are no refunds on a wasted life. Thanks for watching.
Homegrown